Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday, Talk Tuesday. We're at the straight road, trying not to die. The footing is treacherous, to say the least. Actually, you know what? It's better than yesterday. Yesterday was terrible. Today, I'm in rain boots in the snow because it's above freezing. There's puddles and slush and ice and snow. Welcome to Canadian winter. But it is temperature and sun-wise, because in Canada in winter we don't really get sun. Rowan, you know you're not supposed to be there, kid. Thank you. Gorgeous outside. Anyhow, okay, so for those who like a head count, 13 today. Who do we have? We've got Maggie, Archie, Stella, Bailey, Poppy, Kronk. God, I keep wanting to stop. Casper, Willow, Hamish, Rowan, Newton, Nova, who should be in front. Thank you. And what are we working on today? Of course, continuation of puppy manners, as always, with Cass. Willow, we're still working on her recall. We're walking away from the car, so she's not attached to me. You'll see Poppy dragging along mine too. That's just, I typically only have for 1 day a week, and it's just a safety thing. Ooh. I haven't had any bad problems with her recall, but she does get distracted sometimes, so having that extra bit of time to step on it makes a big difference. Okay, and I thought I would answer some Q&A questions today. And I want to start off with the 3 that I get most often. Bailey, out right now, ma'am. The first one is, are these all your dogs? And the answer is no. Rowan and Kronk are mine. Rowan is the English Bull Terrier. Kronk is the Mastiff mix there. Everybody else's client dogs, though, many of these dogs I've had since they were puppies, so they do sort of feel like my dogs, if that makes sense. And like, I board them, we've done training with them, so they sort of become my dogs. They just stay with other people sometimes, if that makes sense. Number 2 is always how do I get them all to behave like this? And my answer is one at a time. So each one of these dogs has like different personalities, different environments that they live in, different schedules, different foods, different whatever. No, Casper. Still no. And I didn't start this by like, okay, I'm just going to put a group of 14 dogs together. We're going to assume they're going to get along. Let them all go pick them up. Let them jump out of my car off leash and go do whatever, and everything will be fine. Absolutely not did I do that. I built this pack one at a time, and each one of these dogs has been through the same several weeks of training before I let them off leash. Like you can see, Cass is still in that training, right? Because he's attached to me. No. And then if we ever have to like have a regression in training, stuff like that, then they go back through it. No, I'm not dealing with that. There you go. Okay, let's go. You're fine, Coco. It's just a shrub. What do we do? Are they all mine? No. Oh, is this my job? After, of course, are they all mine? And yeah, it's a part of my job. So I do private training. Rory, no. Still no. Thank you. I do private training, I board, and then 4 days out of the week I offer these off-leash hikes. I sort of look at it like paying myself to go to the gym, but it's also good to just keep, hold on, I don't want to die here, give me 2 seconds. I almost really got myself in trouble there. And then I think I'm gonna switch sides because there's more footing over here. See, like this part, I'm hoping, with any luck, will be melted by tomorrow. But in the meantime, it is wet, smooth ice, which even with my added, yeah, see? Even with my, you can't pull me on this, kid. The added grip of my boots is still very dodgy. And the last thing I need at this juncture is to fall again and injure myself again. So, anyways. Yeah, so it's good to keep my hand in, like, and not just only ever see my dogs as far as training goes. Like, each one of these dogs uses different techniques. We've gone through different issues with them, so it's good practice, like, from a training standpoint, in my opinion anyway, to do these sort of walks, to keep in mind that, like, there's just not my perspective, because realistically speaking, Kronk, so easy to train right from the get-go. He was such an easy puppy. Rowan, exact opposite. And I knew when I got a super easy puppy, I was like, oh no, my next dog, oh no. Sure enough. So yeah, those are the three main questions I get. And then I also wanted to cover a little bit on recall, because we talked a bit about it last week. Just stuff we were going through with Willow, and like other people might experience the same thing. Like, your dog has excellent recall, and then all of a sudden it's like, not today. Stella, speaking of not today. Hold on, let me just drop a marker here. Okay, go. Don't mess with me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so, and it's easy to get discouraged, right? The reality is like, some dogs, one little thing goes off and you didn't really notice it, and then it sort of magnifies, and now your dog's in recall, right? And you could have missed the thing. It could be so subtle. Casper, no pulling. Good boy. Well, what have we learned, Bailey? Come on. This is also why I wear boots, just in case I have to go rescue her. Come on, Bay, figure it out. This is why I have 17 million towels in the car. No, let's go. We're not gonna make it harder for her. There you go, good girl. When I say be careful on the ice, that's what I mean. Anywho. So the key, like, okay, I'm gonna say the key is don't feel discouraged. You're gonna feel discouraged, like, that's natural. Maggie, not your play. And that's okay. So, but take a breath and just start from the beginning again. Because especially when you're dealing with younger dogs, like Rowan, for example, he's gone through a bunch of training. He knows things. He knows what the briefs are. Kronk, out of there. Bailey, you don't need to take two. Thank you. Yeah, but he's hitting that age, like he's hitting teenager age. I call it the "you're not my mom" period. Where he some days just wakes up and chooses violence. And so we take that day and we're like, okay, we're going to do a bit of a reset here. Because the rules stay the same. Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what the environment is. So we take him back to square one. And now we work through it faster. And faster each time. Because like he'll tick the boxes I need for going to the next phase a lot faster the more often we do it. Because he's like, oh yeah, fine, I remember this. And I have to get through this to get what I want. So let's just get through it, right? I will say, Bull Terriers are a heck of a lot smarter than a lot of people give them credit for, or at least mine is. I don't know about other ones, but like, and meeting his parents, absolutely, they are smart cookies. Cake pops, thank you. A white shadow. All right. So yeah, when it comes to recall, just go back to basics. Like, go back to the long line. Go back to paying them every single time. And by paying them, I mean giving them food. Archie, that's a no from me. Go back to practicing in the house. Go back to doing the tandem. And when I say tandem, I mean you and a friend or you and your partner stand and separated and just recall back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Also, we'll note that this is an excellent way to tire your dog out, especially if you do it up and down a hill. Pro tip. Anyways, and paying them every single time. Having them on that long line so you have the way to get them if they blow through your command. And that's really important. Well, what have we learned? I'm not yelling at him for that. You ran right into his path while looking at him. Go. Now you're gonna wrap yourself around a bush because obviously they're all full of beans today. I think it's the weather. Anyways, yeah, so the most important thing when it comes to recall is don't say the word, I'd say more than twice. So it's really not more than once, but if you're offering a correction, I would argue do it twice. So there are different schools of thought on this. When I do recall, I say the word one time, and if they don't recall, then I will offer a correction with whatever tool I'm using, like if it's a long line, if they're just on a 6 foot and I'm doing Bailey, out. Yeah, I see your prancy prance. That better have been snow. And then on the correction, instead of saying no or not giving them any information, I will say the recall word again. So that instead of, like, I find no sort of stops them in their tracks. And then it takes them a minute to think. No, we don't invade wormy worms. Thank you. Whereas if you're giving them the word again, then there's no question about what they should be doing, if that makes sense. And I hope it does, because I know we got interrupted in the middle of it. So I hope my thought continued correctly. Oh yeah, he is full of beans today. My child, I mean Rowan. Okay, don't fall through the snow. And I will sort of show you what this looks like. I mean, obviously I want her to succeed, so I want her to do it right the first time. But we'll see how it goes. Willow, come! Oh, good girl. No, Willow, come. No, hey, all of you away. Now, she's still in recall, right? Go. At least all the other dogs are on point. Come. Nope. Come. But still not. Sorry, this is really hard with one hand. Good. Let's go. And then I will keep the leash in my hands because I'm going to keep doing that until she's successful without me having to pop her collar with the long line. Willow, come. Good. Very good girl. Good job. Okay, go. So like that. And then I will keep doing those drills. Go, go. Keep doing those drills over and over. And you can tell her people have been working on it over the weekend. Because last week there was total refusal on top of doing the opposite. So if I would take a step towards her when recalling her, she would be like, no, not today, and try to bolt, which again is why I have the long line on, so that's not possible, right? So I hope that made sense. I know it was a bit chaotic when I had like literally every dog but her recalling, trying to get that through there. would have made a lot more sense if I had just had her to focus on, but hopefully that made sense. And I'm gonna stop here because we're almost ready to turn around. And oh, the other thing I wanted to add, I don't know if you noticed in that last recall, not only did I recall and I had the leash in my hand, but I also backed up, right? So I'm sort of forcing her to keep up with me, and motion also increases drive. So I'm moving, I'm more interesting. She has to go faster. When she slows down, I would stop and let her come to me. When she speeds up, I stop and let her come to me. If she slows down, I start backing up even faster. And that's, again, motion just encourages drive. Out! Truly. Kronk, away you go. I don't even know what animal that is, but I do know it's not going in any of your mouths. Okay, so as always, if you have any questions, you know what to do. If you have a second to like, comment, and or subscribe, it is so appreciated. Thank you so much. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.